It's always lit over at AJsRANTroom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course we got you covered on the t-shirts. And introducing our first shoe line, Aloysius Germain. So get on over to AJsRANTroom.com today and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed.
You know you make me wanna. Woo! What's up, everybody? Happy Christmas week. Hold on. I got a couple of more responsibilities to take care of here before we roll through this experience. What am I looking for? Oh, that's what I'm looking for. All right. Hallelujah. Praise God. All right. Paste. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Are we good? Are we good on my end? Hopefully we are. I can't. I'll have a crash out if anything goes wrong technically today. One more time. One more. There we go. All right, cool. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a good weekend. What's good? Thank you, Pat. Thank you for confirming you can hear me and see me and all of those great things. We got a packed lunchtime rant for you today. We have a special guest on deck, and we're gonna unseat all of the drama, the trauma, the fun, the good times, the bad times, the wetbacks, everything that happened at AMFest, all the immigration raids, everything that happened. And so we're ready to go down, not go down, pause, break down everything that went down over the weekend. We'll talk about the drama. We'll talk about the future. We'll talk about what's to come. We'll talk about all that stuff. But anyway, please welcome my special guest, who needs no introduction, and one of my favorite white people, Professor Mike. Welcome.
I'm going to clip that. One of your favorite white people.
Oh, Lord. Welcome. Thanks for, even though you said yes under the influence of alleged ambient, but and then forgot. And then we had, thankfully, I was told to remind you about an hour before to roll up in here. But anyway, this is your first time on the lunchtime rant. So how's it going this fine Monday morning?
I'm honored to be here, even though I had to be reminded. It was an amazing weekend, I'll say the least. I wish you were there.
Hey, apparently I couldn't be there because I was black. That's what people said to me on TikTok,
Yeah.
Why aren't you there? Why aren't you there? And I was like, because didn't think about going. I mean, also it's a crowd thing, and I'm not real big.
I don't know. I saw the biggest black man I've ever seen there, MAGA Hulk. So
Pause. Anyway. All right. Oh, wait a minute. This is not doing what I asked it to do. This is my first time having a real guest. Usually it's the trifecta. They're not really guests.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Are you gonna do that the whole show?
No. I did that just.
You know what I do, right? Like I have my tea, but see the difference. There's no.
I didn't mean to. And as soon as I did it, I was like, AJ's gonna say some shit.
Oh God, I got the slurpation of it all. Anyway, of course, we're gonna talk about the drama, the Shapiros and the Candace and all that other stuff and all that other stuff. But
I
anyway,
love that stuff.
but what was the atmosphere like at the AMFest? Was it optimistic, pessimistic, little gloom and doom? You know, did Erica kill Charlie?
It was very vibrant. I think
Nice.
everybody was happy.
Mhm.
There was people everywhere, jam packed everywhere. And then it was, Thursday and Friday. I thought it was packed Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, it got even more packed because nobody had to work, obviously. And the atmosphere is just, it's kind of taking a different perspective from what the news tries to say about our conservative movement. Everybody coming together, regardless if you support the Jews or if you support, anybody else but the Jews. Everybody just came together and had a blast. And, influencers meeting each other for the first time, meeting big people like Ben Shapiro, Michael Knowles, some other people.
Mm-hmm. So this is y'all's little photo with Benny.
Benny Johnson's funny.
He seems fun. Seems like a cool person. He's also tall. I can tell because you're short.
Well, it doesn't take much to be taller than me. I don't know why you're trying to talk down to me. We the same height.
Oh Jesus! First of all, we don't know that. Anyway, then he took a picture with Lil Richard.
Yes.
So let me stop. That's Xavier.
Yeah, Xavier is probably one of the more genuine influencers.
Okay, really?
He was just happy to be there. Had his own little entourage, because he's special.
Of course. Of course.
But I don't know
he
what
had
was
security.
up with that shirt.
I heard he had security.
A lot of the bigger influencers had like one or two security.
Yeah, they ain't playing with y'all. They ain't playing with y'all.
I didn't care. I walked right up to him. And then Nick Freitas, who could be my dad.
Jesus. Maybe. How tall is he?
Maybe like 6 foot.
All right. Okay. I mean,
definitely. But he's a great dude.
Yeah, he's cool. He seems cool.
If anybody that doesn't know, that was one of our house reps. Another one right here, Madison Hawthorne.
La. Fun times. Was it respectful to kneel down?
I don't care.
I don't know. That's the first thing I thought in the picture. Like, if you take it, is it okay? Anyway?
Well, if I stood up, I'd be blocking Megan.
You couldn't stand.
I didn't want to look down at the man.
You couldn't stand on the other side.
No.
Oh God. Anyway, and then this is a picture live from the event of Onika, Nicki Minaj.
That was wild.
And you know what I should have put? Did you see Xavier's video when she was coming out? Oh my God.
Oh yes.
I was like, Jesus.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Not crying because Nicki Minaj came
out. Because we were all sitting there, and they had updated the agenda on Sunday. Nobody really paid attention to it. But I noticed, I was like, Erica Kirk and guest, because Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it just showed Erica Kirk at her time slot, and then on Sunday it showed plus guest, their special guest, and I was like, who the hell is she bringing up here? And Nicki Minaj wasn't even in the equation of my brain.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I don't even. Who's she gonna bring up there? Could be Melania or Melania. Could be Donald Trump. Could be
Melania. Would have been a great one too.
Yeah, could have been the second lady since Vance was there.
Well, according to Joy Reid, he's getting rid of her, and he's going to get with Erica, so he can actually win the presidency instead of he can't do it with the mud. You got to do it with the white.
That's funny that you say that. Erica Kirk actually blasted Joy Reid. She said she looks like she just needs a hug, and I'll even grab her around the back of the head.
Well, you can't touch a black woman's hair, so
What hair?
well, all right. ah, so oh, sounds like a great fun weekend. I don't know. Maybe I'll engage. I know we're talking about some stuff for next year. We'll see what happens.
Hmm.
But do you think overall that Turning Point is in good hands?
Yes, 100%. Especially with how this weekend played out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, like Charlie Kirk said it, you know, in one of his last interviews. If anything was to happen to him, he is more than happy to have his company, his organization that he built from the ground up through his blood, sweat, and tears in the hands of his wife and his
Mm.
family, his Turning Point family.
Amen.
And we
Hallelujah.
saw that. We saw that, like the engagement from Erica toward, and this is actually, I was telling Megan this. This has become more a women's organization,
Really?
which, and like if you saw it, like there were thousands of women there, like young women, old women, and the way Erica Kirk engaged with them and provided her insight on how to be successful and also how to, still maintain the conservative values of traditionalism, how to support your husband.
Mm.
So it's great.
Interesting. No, let's. Yeah, I mean, we don't need that, but like maybe they could have a women's conference, like they do, like the churches have, those mega churches have. Anyway, so let's get into the drama of everything. And we're gonna
My
start with your
favorite.
we're gonna start with your favorite. You said this was your favorite speech of the entire weekend, and that was Ben Shapiro. And so we're not going to start with the Candace part. We'll do that in the second video. But the first video, he really honed in on the conservative movement and basically how we can't hand this over to folks, nefarious folks, charlatans, et cetera, et cetera. And then just basically let's stop the dishonesty. So let's take a look.
Well, today, I want to talk about the future of the country. And the future of this country, this amazing country, relies on the future of the conservative movement. It relies on what TPUSA defines as its core mission: freedom, free markets, and limited government. And most of all, the future of this country relies on truth. This country relies on truth because victory, true, real, lasting victory, cannot be achieved without truth. Victory without truth is victory for a lie, and that is no victory at all. And unity without truth is no unity. It is merely solidarity in falsehood. The conservative movement is also in danger from charlatans who claim to speak in the name of principle, but actually traffic in conspiracism and dishonesty, who offer nothing but bile and despair, who seek to undermine fundamental principles of conservatism by championing enervation and grievance. These people are frauds, and they are grifters, and they do not deserve your time. And they are something worse than that: a danger to the only movement capable of stopping the left from wrecking the country wholesale.
Do you agree?
100%. Compared to every other speaker there, this speech was so direct and logically induced, and it pointed out our problems, where they occurred from, and the direction that we needed to head in order to be effective.
Yeah, Benny was cool. I agree definitely. I didn't hear any part of his speech with what Megan after subsequently said, and Tucker said. That wasn't in his speech, but we'll get there in a moment. But let's get to the Candace Owens of it all, and I'm pretty sure her show is gonna be stacked today with all of this. And
Oh goodness.
and I'm pretty sure, there's going to be another cliffhanger we're going to be left on or whatever. But anyway,
Yeah, I didn't know.
here's Ben Shapiro on our homegirl, Candace.
If Candace Owens decides to spend every day since the murder of Charlie Kirk So, if Candace Owens decides to spend every day since the murder of Charlie Kirk casting aspersions at TPUSA and the people who work here, who worked with Charlie every single day, his best friends, to cast aspersions at Mikey McCoy and Andrew Colvin and Blake Neff and Tyler Boyer and, yes, at Erica Kirk, and to imply or outright claim complicity in a cover-up over Charlie's murder, to spew absolutely baseless trash implicating everyone from French intelligence to Mossad to members of TPUSA in Charlie's murder or a cover-up in that murder, then we, as people with a microphone, have a moral obligation to call that out by name.
Now, does that infer that if you don't do it, that you should somehow be excommunicated from the conservative movement? No. How did we get that from that moment?
I would do the Tucker laugh, but my I went through puberty, so.
So, when Candace Owens says, I don't know, but I know, that is retarded. We are all more retarded for having heard it.
Ah, damn, I missed the second one. Oh man, I mean, I know, I don't know, I know, but I don't know. Is that what it is? Whatever it is.
I don't know, but I know.
And she put that on the thermal thing and sold thousands of them.
Oh yes.
Isn't that something? But
oh, my goodness, and it gets worse. It gets worse, AJ. Like even over the weekend, it got worse with her shows.
Which is what I'm saying. The weekend off, and now she has like 3 days worth of content to react to. Oh gosh.
And it's like she is making buku bucks right now. Every video, million+ views.
Ooh, mad money. Anyway, but she did catch Ben's opening of AMFest and reacted like this.
I am done with it. This one is so fully off of the mother effing plantation. Truly, Ben Shapiro, fuck you and the midget horse that you rode in on.
Not the midget horse. The midget horse. That was emotional.
And I say that on behalf of the world.
Now, if you get called out and you happen to be one of us, play the race card.
I know. You're going to get applauded by Konstantin Kisin and Andrew Christ is King Clavin and all of the people, the men who have to keep applauding what you do like you're a 4-year-old to make you feel good. But the rest of the world can't stand you. You're obnoxious. You have absolutely no values.
He's obnoxious and he has absolutely no values. Meanwhile, his whole speech was literally conservatism in a nutshell. Okay, Candace. Okay. Go ahead.
That exist outside of the Talmud. You describe yourself as a Talmudic Jew.
Oh yeah, let's
Which one?
Let's play the race card because I don't know anything about the Talmud, and I do know there's 2 of them, right? There's 2 of them. I think you told me that there was 2 of them, and I don't really care to dive into them. But so yeah, go ahead, Candy.
And I've learned what's in that Talmud, and I encourage other people at home to learn what is in that Talmud.
The Talmudic Jew.
Oh, because that's legitimate right there. Let's not read the original text.
You know what Ben thinks of you because he doesn't just hate me. He hates you too, white men.
Oh.
He hates all black people.
He hates you too, Mike. And he hates all of us.
Man. Must hate his business partner, Jeremy Boring.
Okay? If he's following the rules of the Talmud, I mean, when I say hates, they think that we're animals. that they have a right to own us, that they have a right to make us worship them, that they have a right to lie to us, that they have a right to sue us and take everything that we have, that they have a right to deceive us, that they have a right to treat Charlie the way that he treated Charlie while he was alive, only to then try to defraud the population into thinking that he is somehow a part of his legacy, that he somehow cared about Charlie Kirk and cares to protect the people that are working at Turning Point USA. Goodbye, Ben. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You know, I didn't hear Ben Shapiro once say, stop donating to TPUSA.
That godforsaken organization, to be exact. Yeah, that's you, Candace. You literally
Why?
tried to burn down what Charlie built. Now, why? We'll probably never know, but we can assume why. Because
Yeah.
you was supposed to be the HBIC, but when that didn't happen, when you didn't become the HBIC, then it became problematic. Now, okay, change methods. How are we gonna milk this for all it's worth? And you've made a considerable amount of cash on YouTube alone. That's just YouTube. That's not your merch sales. That's not the other platforms you're monetized on. That's just YouTube, and YouTube is good money. When you're doing those type of numbers, when you're doing like 2-3 million per episode, oh, forget it. Just the advertising dollars, not even the super chats, not the stickers, not the memberships, just the YouTube money.
But it's like you watched the entire speech of Ben Shapiro. Did he ever attack Candace as a person or what she said?
No, attack what she said. But I always say that. If you can attack the person's argument, you never have to insult them person. You never have to do anything. She attacked his height.
In retrospect,
she attacked
I
his height.
feel attacked because I'm an inch shorter than Ben.
So
He
now if you're
5'9", I'm
short,
5'8".
so now if you're short, you can't defend yourself or you can't speak up, because if you speak up, it's because you're short. What are we doing? Where in the conservatism does that exist?
I have no choice but to speak up. I can't speak down to anybody because they're all taller than me.
Question is, how much more money is Ben Shapiro going to spend to make people think that he's popular?
Oh, so now we're gonna do this thing because Daily Wire, almost at TPUSA, Daily Wire invested in themselves and said, hey, here's how we can get in front of more people. Let's invest in advertising. Oh, that's just so bad because you're supposed to have these organic follow. This is the days of the organic follow is stupid, right? You have to advertise. You have to have an advertising budget. You have to get you have to get people's eyeballs on you. Otherwise, they don't know you exist. There's so many options for people, right? So damn Daily Wire for putting up a budget and getting their eyeballs in front of people. That's just the worst thing they could have done.
They're not popular. I mean, they're making movies. They got several different branches of commentary, news commentary. Not just Ben Shapiro, but you have Jordan Peterson, Matt Walsh, who also makes movies, Michael Knowles, Andrew Clay. I don't know what Andrew Clavin does. He's just an old guy that's been here since, Noah's Ark. But but they make movies. They have Morning Wire, Daily Call. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're doing all right. Trust me. They're not wanting for much. But based on the fact that she has a powerful following, no one else should. Is that it? I don't know.
How many more articles is his father going to write under a pen name, Hank Berrien of the Daily Wire, under the pen name Hank Berrien, as he wrote while Ben was at Breitbart before he turned his back and betrayed them too, because that is his nature.
Didn't Candace build her brand on Jew money?
It's wild. It's like this is the Candace version of the Twilight Zone.
Like, wait a minute. Did the Jews back you up? PragerU and then Daily Wire and then even Turning Point.
What happened? What happened? You got fired from TPUSA, and then you got fired from PragerU, then you got fired from Daily Wire. What's the matter? What's wrong with you?
did she get fired or were these career moves? Because I think once it dries up, she kind of just moves along. Like once this dries up, she's gonna be on to the next, whatever it is, you know.
I think she's going to milk this for as much as it's worth, and there are a never-ending source of conspiracy
Oh
theories.
yeah, I mean this AMFest is gonna be the whole week alone. Like she's gonna get a whole week's of content out of this, and whatever. I don't blame her. Make your money, but don't sit up and act like you're doing the righteous work of the people because you're not.
One of these belly creatures sliver on.
Not belly creatures.
The question is, how many more weeks and years do we have to keep pretending like Ben Shapiro is relevant?
Oh, he's irrelevant.
Relevant enough to be on your show. Relevant enough for you to work for him and then get fired by him because you don't know how to stop doing this.
I forgot about Brett Cooper, but I don't, she's not I don't really follow her. But
Brett Cooper ran the comment section and she left on good terms with Ben.
Okay.
She wasn't fired. She went to go expand on her own and focus more on her family. I mean, she's starring her in Daily Wire's version of Snow White.
Oh, nice. Not Snow White. Snow White.
Yeah, they wanted a classic version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, not
the
Snow illegal alien and the CGI little people
and her anger, mad at the world.
It's an open-ended question. Of course, what followed Ben Shapiro on stage is somebody who Charlie Kirk loved very much and who he fought for to the very end against the Jewish donors who were pressuring him, some of them because Ben Shapiro insisted that they do. That is Charlie Kirk's true legacy, and that is Charlie Kirk's true friend, just as I was.
Yeah, it's Tucker Carlson. Okay. Yeah, Candace, that missed the mark, but we'll see what conspiracies you come up with today. Jeffrey Mead had a great breakdown on her whole thing about the slave trade and how Jews ran the slave trade, because that's what she also said in this video.
What?
Oh yeah, Jews.
We just what are we? The inverse of this would be whitewashing. What is this? Candace washing?
Hold on. I don't know if it's in this video. Is it? I don't know. Hold on.
And we'll continue to fight and ask questions about who killed Charlie Kirk. And to people that are at home, I implore you to wake up to these people who believe that they are contract lords.
Oh.
I challenge Black Americans to wake up to your true history, because your quarrel is not with white men. Okay? Wake up to who publishes these books and keeps us warring with one another. Christians versus Christians, right? Christians versus Muslims. Wake up and learn the true history of slavery, because that wasn't exactly a white men sport, okay? Jewish people were the ones that were trading us. Jewish people were in control of the slave trade. They've buried a lot of it, but it's there, and you can find it. I think all of us need to wake up to this, because it's making me absolutely sick that he is so bold that he dare sit near Charlie Kirk's chair, that he dare grace that stage when Charlie Kirk knew exactly what Ben Shapiro was and will always be. So again, on your belly, Ben Shapiro.
Is that a Jewish slur or something?
I have no idea.
It sounds like it is.
But like the first slaves were the Slavic, and they were enslaved by Arabics. Like, are the Arabics all Jews? Did they all hail from the tribe of Judah?
Well. Well.
Like, this is why she was fired from the Daily Wire. Like, comments like this, this whole sole targeting of somebody based off their religious background or ethnicity, because it could be both with Jewish.
Right. Exactly.
But it's like with Ben's speech, there was no targeting someone based on the color of their skin, their ethnicity, how short or tall they were, whether they were fat or skinny,
Right.
Whether they had a midget horse or a tall horse. But like like we saw here, you saw emotional, targeting somebody based on their, how they phenotypically present.
Right.
And you see the same thing with another speaker at AMFest. We saw that from Megyn Kelly, which I thought was wild. I don't know if you heard it.
We'll get there. Oh God. But all right. Candace, I'm sure you're gonna have there's gonna be clips all over X. I'm not watching, but I watch the clips, but I'm not watching your show directly. But anyway, so Tucker took the stage after Ben and said this.
Yes.
So what was because it didn't sound like they were really receptive to him. Was that the sort of
the like the comparison when I compare the responses from Ben Shapiro, and then him, there were actually more people focused on, taking their water break or going to the bathroom when it came to Tucker. They're like, okay, we've seen enough. It's time to leave. And then, when Ben opened with I don't know, no, but I know, like the entire crowd erupted. Like there was no getting any video because it was just like, oh my God, he said the R word.
Twice. I didn't even catch the second one. Try it. I'm trying. Hopefully,
but this it didn't get the acknowledgement or the reaction that I think he was going for.
Okay, because it felt like that, but sometimes the microphones don't pick up necessarily what's going on in the audience.
Oh, you could tell, even from like this perspective, you could tell.
Okay, so I was like, yeah. So let's get someone who was actually there on the ground to really say that. Okay, yeah, because it didn't seem like they were receiving it. We'll get on his Islam thing in a moment. We agree with that, Tucker, but that's not what was being said. You just made it all about you, and that's not what Ben was referring to. At least that's not how I interpreted it. I do think when you have massive platforms like yours and Megan and Candace and all that, and it's okay to disagree on issues, but when you're not calling out obvious things that are like, what are we doing? Like, Megan, why are you sitting here twerking on the fence? Like you have to. You've gone after Meghan Markle for far less than what Candace Owens has said. Meghan Markle gets ba 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 ba. Candace Owens, oh well, I just want to facilitate. No. Sometimes you gotta make it clear what she said was crappy, and now is she gonna talk about when Candace had dude on the show saying they saw people at the military hangar that looked like Andrew Klavick or whoever and such and Erica Kirk, and they were all there the day before Charlie got assassinated. Is she gonna address that? Interesting. Anyway, here's Megyn Kelly responding to Ben Shapiro.
You mentioned him, and your name came up on this stage last night in regards to pretty much all of this. Would you like the opportunity to respond?
Well, I found it kind of funny that Ben thinks he has the power to decide who gets excommunicated from the conservative movement, which shows a willful blindness about his position in it.
Did he say that?
Say what?
You should be kicked out if you don't go along to get along, if you don't stick to the talking points. I don't think that was his message, but okay, Megan, if that's how you read it. All right. Whatever.
It reminded me a little of when the girl who was the head of our middle school chorus told me she was going to take all my friends away from me. Chorus? My head cheerleader maybe, but so I resent the whole thing. I object to the whole thing. Ben and I, he had the nerve to call me a friend right before he called me a despicable coward for not calling out the people he once called out. So he both wants to parent me and be my child. He wants to tell me what I have to do and who I have to say what to. And then when I don't, he and some of his friends want to act like utter victims because I won't do what they say. They need me. I have to be their daddy and step in to protect them. And I am not their daddy. And I resent that he thinks he's in a position to decide who must say what to whom and when. Thank you. So I don't think we are friends anymore. I've been a very good friend to Ben. Nobody knew who the heck Ben Shapiro was when I started putting him on my shows on the Fox News channel.
I hate when people do that. I had you on when nobody knew your name. Okay. Am I supposed to kiss the ground you walk on every time I see you? Or I mean, like, yeah, I'm appreciative, but okay, great. That was how many years ago? Cool.
That was like Ben Shapiro was known way before he started appearing on Fox News.
Jesus. But
I mean, he appeared on, I want to say, I think that debate with Piers Morgan where he made him look like an absolute fool happened but way before Ben Shapiro appeared on Fox News.
But Fox News was the catalyst.
But like, Megan, why are you coming at this from an emotional perspective?
Counselor.
Like, yeah, she's a lawyer as well. It's like, can we just address the actions without getting up in our feelings like the left?
Counselor. Anyway.
Can we just address that you either support or denounce the actions of another person?
That part. Hold. Wait a minute. Did I do
I'm getting cyber sick from AJ.
Not cyber sick.
Sir, I'm gonna need our boxes to be 6 feet apart.
All right. So here's Rob, and this was probably my 1A speech from all the speeches I saw. I didn't see all of them, but from all the speeches I saw, this probably my 1A speech was Rob Schneider. Were you there for that one?
No, we were actually talking with Andrew Colbeck.
Okay, so Rob Schneider had a great speech. Obviously, it went through all
beautiful.
The levels. Yes, comical, funny, serious, diabolical, savage, all the things that Rob Schneider can do.
And it almost made me cry.
But anyway, Epstein. All right. I just heard that Candace Owen has proof that the Venezuelan boats were blown up by the Zionist state of Israel. And it's true because Candace had a dream about it. All of Candace's dreams come true, especially the dream she had when she was a little girl about one day becoming the biggest grifter the internet has ever seen. But
that's going to be on the show tonight. That's going to be on the show tonight.
The midgets are coming after me.
Right, exactly. Little short man. That's all you got. The man's height. The talent is clearly there.
There is a glimmer of hope. After a conversation that she had with Erica Kirk, Candace Owens has promised to be 3% less completely retarded.
Damn it. Forgive us, TikTok.
You just ain't gonna catch him.
I was like, wait a minute. He said it.
But we must give Candace credit. She's not afraid to ask the important questions like, does Emmanuel Macron's elderly wife have a penis? No other journalist has been so fearlessly laser focused on world leaders' possible wives' penises. I hate to break it to Candace, but the only person interested in the genitals of Brigitte Macron is Candace Owen. Even her husband, Emmanuel Macron, isn't interested in Brigitte Macron's genitals and hasn't been since he was at least 14 years old.
Oh, my God. Oh, God.
Pause it. Did you hear what that person said?
No, what did he say?
In the crowd, they said, this dude, deep-ass voice said, how about Michelle Obama?
Oh, my God.
You could probably catch us like 5 seconds behind.
Jesus. I was like, what did he say? Oh, God. I'm not.
What did he say?
I'm not doing that. All right, so now we can segue into the more substantive part of the event, and so this is wait. Okay, There we go. So Rob, he also made it clear that this whole distraction that we're doing, and we got to be aware of who we make leaders and why. And I totally agree with this.
Now, in early November, the New York Times ran a headline, "Nick Fuentes is becoming Charlie Kirk's successor." Now, that headline tells you everything we need to know about what's at stake right now. The void Charlie left behind is real. And if we're not careful about who fills it, if we let the Candace Owens and the Nick Fuenteses become our dominant voices, we're going to make the exact mistake the left made.
Facts.
And we're going to risk once again giving the reins of power back to the crazy radical left. Now, here's what I mean. Thank you. Here's what I mean. The left has spent years calling moderate people names. Charlie Kirk, fascist, with no evidence.
None.
Jordan Peterson, well-dressed fascist. Rob Schneider, midget.
Oh, God.
Which is just as hurtful. I'm almost 5'5". But they couldn't counter Charlie Kirk's ideas with their own. So they had to characterize him as some right-wing monster.
Facts.
But they failed because anyone who spent 1 minute listening to Charlie Kirk knew what Charlie Kirk was about. Charlie Kirk was only interested in the pursuit of the divine truth, in love of family and country and freedom and saving the republic. Charlie Kirk wasn't Nick Fuentes, not even close.
Not even
Charlie
close.
was about having conversations, addressing reality, opening up dialogue on college campuses. He made a point of resisting the more extreme elements on the right. He called people out when they got out of line, the groypers, the people who crossed into actual anti-Semitism. Nick Fuentes, Nick Fuentes said, women shouldn't be allowed to vote. So obviously not all his ideas are bad.
And that's what I've been screaming this whole time. Like, you start letting the extremists have the biggest megaphones and they start influencing legislation and decisions, we're going to hell in a handbasket. It's over. It's done. Look at what the Democrat Party is doing. They're not listening to the majority in their party. They're listening to this fringe group of people who are violent and wild and animalistic and will not and will back down every time they start yelling and screaming. Why? Because they have a social media following.
Someone's going to clip you and be like, don't call AOC animalistic just because she looks like a donkey.
Well, she's not. She's more of a wrangler than an animal, right? So she'll wrangle the animals to be violent, right? This is how you get the people on the ground trying to unalive, for the sake of TikTok, people who they don't agree with, because again, like Charlie said, once you take the humanity out of it, once you just become a title, once you just become conservative, once you just become liberal, then yeah, you strips all the humanity out of it. And now I don't care about your life. And that's not where we want to get to. Clearly we're here. And so maybe, a couple of these animals can regress and get some therapy and work it out. Anyway.
Sure.
I'm optimistic. Are you optimistic? I don't know at this point, but we'll see what happens. But I think once people file their taxes, they'll be a little happier next year. Anyway, so another point that I liked was JD Vance, and where he said he was very clear that it's okay. It is okay to be white. And I loved him for saying that.
Unlike the left, we stand against treating anybody, and I love what Nicki said about this. We don't treat anybody different because of their race or their sex. So we have relegated DEI to the dustbin of history, which is exactly where it belongs. In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
Are you happy, Mike? All power to the people. Hallelujah.
I thought you said I'm black.
And if you're an Asian, you don't have to talk around your skin color when you're applying for college, because we judge people based on who they are, not on ethnicity and things they can't control.
All right.
Somebody tell Jay
We don't persecute you for being male, for being straight, for being gay, for being anything. The only thing that we demand is that you be a great American patriot. And if you're that, you're very much on our team.
And that's it. That's it.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's literally it. So when you have these emotional raccoons running around here talking about, hey, you cool, you Uncle Tasha, you're literally talking like the slaves you claim we are. You're the slave. You're talking like the slave. You think you have a master. You think you have an overlord. You think you can't do stuff because of the color of your skin. That's your problem. That's your mental disease. Ain't got nothing to do with me. But yeah, it's okay to be who you are. And Nicki Minaj said it best when, and I don't know if I have that. Yeah, I do have. I think I have that clip where she said it's okay that she has good genes and a blonde hair, blue eye woman does too. It is what it is.
Beautiful.
You have good genes. Who cares? You either have good genes or you don't.
You ever watch her speak?
Yeah, she's very.
It's so animated.
It
kept
animated.
Me focused.
But she has what this is theater. You know, when you theater student, you'd have this. So you have the combination of being able to good diction. She has good diction. She articulates very well, and then you have the performance, which is okay. I'm gonna keep you drawn to me, even if you hate what I'm saying, which is why the left is losing their minds over her appearing there. Anyway,
I thought it was the comment about JD.
So here's JD affirming what you say all the time.
But I want to say something here. The only thing that has truly served as an anchor of the United States of America is that we have been, and by the grace of God, we always will be a Christian nation.
I said what I said. Now, you do have the freedom of religion, but let's not get it confused. Top dog, y'all have the right to exist. You're not going to be persecuted. You're not going to be told you can't worship. You can be whatever you want. You can even create your own little socialist community in the United States if you want to, but that's your little community. That's nothing to do with the greater United States of America. Trying to infect the nation with your theory? No, just have your little theory, your little experiment in your little neck of the woods in the middle of Nebraska, whatever the hell you choose to do. Fine. It's when you try to bring that into the major cities in the country and try to influence millions of people into believing that you could turn these beautiful, some formerly beautiful urban meccas into these socialist havens, and it ain't ever gonna happen.
100%. Minnesota turned into Somali.
Jesus, musty, just a musty state, a beautiful state.
Musty.
Minnesota was a beautiful state. Anyway, so this was JD Vance's closing, and I mean, if this don't say presidential, I don't know what does.
If you miss Charlie Kirk, do you promise to fight what he died for? Do you promise to take the country back from the people who took his life? Do you promise to help defeat the radicals who cheered his death? Do you promise to honor his memory by having faith in the God he loved? My friends, commit to these things, and I promise you victory. I promise you closed borders and safe communities. I promise you good jobs and a dignified life. Only God can promise you salvation in heaven, but together we can fulfill the promise of the greatest nation in the history of the earth. Merry Christmas, my friends. Let's keep fighting.
Let's go. Hallelujah.
I got chills.
He was studying with some preachers because he was making his voice rise and fall on the cadence. That's the JD Vance. Yeah, I ain't messing with Gavin. Who? Get out of here. once we pull that record and you dummies still vote because you're still stupid, so you're gonna vote for him anyway. We don't want the United States of America to become California. Aesthetically
Nicki
beautiful.
Minaj. Nicki would
Aesthetically
say,
beautiful.
"New scum."
New scum. Don't become new scum. I think, but but that also ties into that assassin moment, but we'll get to that in a moment. So now let's move on to Nicki Minaj. So the big surprise, whoop-de-doo. AMFest has a surprise guest every year, and this year was none other than Nicki Minaj herself. And let's just say the left melted down. And I don't think, and I'm sure every talkie this morning is screaming and yelling and cursing and defiling her. And you can't cancel Nicki Minaj. That's the problem. Kanye can't be canceled. Nicki Minaj, once a person is that famous, they can't be canceled. So you can be mad at them, you can unfollow them, but guess what? For every unfollow, she gained a new one. Why? Because she spoke up for what's right. And there are a lot of entertainers, a lot of them, and a lot of people on the ground who work for them who actually do support Trump, but they can't say it. And she had the balls to say it. You're like, what are you gonna do? I'm rich, I'm famous. You can't cancel me. All my royalties are set for life. I don't care. Do what you want. Oh, I can't show up with the BET Awards for a couple years. I don't care. That's not important to me anymore. Not when you have Christians literally getting beheaded in Africa and nobody saying anything about it. But y'all screaming and yelling for Palestine. But when the Africans start getting beat up by Muslims, we can't say anything. Oh, yeah. We don't know what that's about. Well, it's not that many of them. It's actually far more, significantly more than the people who died in Palestine, but we don't want to have that conversation. Okay, cool. Moving on. So Nicki Minaj took to the stage at AMFest. AMFest. What did I say? AMFest. And she praised the Trump administration. And I think this was the part where especially the how you doings of her fan base really lost their minds, unless they're Little Richard.
But this administration is full of people with heart and soul. And they make me proud of them. Our vice president, he makes me, well, I love both of them, but they're both powerful men, smart, strong, all of that, but both of them have a very uncanny ability to be someone that you relate to. I can relate to them. When I hear them speak, I know that they're one of us. Like, I know that they're not. Don't you guys agree? They haven't lost touch of the world. They're still connected to the world and what's happening in the world, with the younger people and older people, with the richer people and not so rich people. They have the ability to still connect and be real and make us feel proud to be American.
Hallelujah. And of course, the neighborhood talk and every other blog was spazzing out, and you had people, oh yeah, you're dead to me. But MAGA's the cult. MAGA's the cult. But y'all can't handle somebody going and talking like literally just saying it like they mean it, and never said they hate you. And literally, if you listen to most of the speeches, it included all Americans except the radical crazies. Right? That's it. We don't want radical crazies over here. Most conservatives are not radical crazy people, but y'all don't want to have that conversation because y'all think Nick Fuentes is a conservative. He's not. He's a right winger. And I've said this a billion times. Not the same sway.
No. Even if they cancel her, anybody peep the ring on that left hand? She fine.
She gonna be okay. And so here's the moment that they tried to loop and make it seem like Nicki Minaj was being disrespectful to Erica Kirk, and really it wasn't disrespectful, and she immediately caught it. And then Erica was just so gracious in this moment because she's not an emotional recluse like some of you strong Black women.
And what do you think about for young men? For young men.
And for young men, don't be new scum. Yes, see, dear young men, you have amazing role models like our handsome, dashing president. And you have amazing role models like the assassin J.D. Vance, our vice president. And when I say that,
She caught it.
Trust me, there's nothing new under the sun that I have not heard, so you're fine. Yes, we did. You have to laugh about it, truly. I have been called every single thing, and you know what? God is so good, you let it roll right off your back. And this is what's so beautiful about this moment, because if the internet wants to clip it, who cares? I love this woman. She's an amazing woman. She has a soul and a heart for the Lord. And words are words, but I know her heart, and it doesn't even matter. And you say what you want to say because I know your heart. I will not judge that.
Sister. Thank you. For boys.
So yeah, that was your big controversial moment, y'all.
Not even a word.
It's amazing when you think it's like, did I just say that? Oh.
Like I saw her blushing. And then JD came out and he was still blushing.
I'm like, hello, it's Nicki Minaj. Why would you not be? Like, come on now. This is a mega star, superstar. And we don't have mega and superstars anymore, like since probably like 2020. Maybe.
What you mean Nicki knows who I am?
Right, exactly. Knows who I am, and then, anyway. So here's the last video, and so this is Nicki Minaj really putting the stamp on the evening and making it clear, we ain't going nowhere.
Receive that, bullies. We won't be silenced ever again. We will speak up for Christians wherever they are in this world. Amen.
Amen. I don't know if you can see this at home, but she is getting a ton of standing ovations.
That crowd was so packed.
I love you guys so much. Thank you guys.
And that's how you do it. You see how we work with rappers versus how y'all work with rappers? Y'all got them on stage twerking and stuff. Nicki showed up in a beautiful, I'm sure, very expensive dress that cost more than everything in my closet. And, and talked eloquently. She went, she didn't need a teleprompter. She didn't need to be told what to say. She didn't have a script. And then also what I want to point out about rappers and the right, rappers generally come to the right. We don't summon them in, right? Y'all call up these rappers and hire them to perform and do what they do. Fine. Nobody's holding that against you. But don't sit here and act like you use these rappers to actually push policy. You push them to entertain and just manipulate people. We have these people. When Ice Cube wanted to actually do something for Black Americans, when he saw the void for the greater Black community, he wanted to do something about it. What did he do? He presented his proposal to President Trump, and then candidate Biden at the time. He got brushed off by one, the other took the meeting, and then y'all had an absolute meltdown and turned on Ice Cube. Yeah, a man who didn't have to do anything for you. He has his millions. His kids went to the best schools. Don't matter. I don't have to do anything for you. And then he tried to do something, and then look what you did. This is the same thing with Nicki Minaj. The Trump administration didn't approach her. She reached out to the Trump administration saying, hey, I saw this was going on. Can you do something about it? And then it just snowballed into all of this. And now here she is at a TPUSA event that nobody could have predicted. So yeah.
You know what's funny about this is, if we look back in history, not just TPUSA, but even the Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro and her have been going back and forth, having a little cat and mouse.
Oh, really?
when Ben Shapiro did that song with Tom McDonald, Facts.
Oh, really?
There's a bar in there where he says, "Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun." So she's always been there. People just been oblivious.
Well, she had a I don't know the song, but it's "I'm a Republican voting for Mitt Romney." So she was basically telling you, like, in the music what she was doing already, and then she has
Mhm.
the picture in the bikini with the American flag behind her. She's like American flag bikini, and she's saluting. She's been telling y'all the whole time, and then I remember during the campaign when it was vaguely alluded to that she might have endorsed Trump, and I got excited and I made a video. I had to take it down because I couldn't prove it. But I was like, I just feel like there's no way woman is a Democrat. It just doesn't make sense. Like and she's not a stupid rapper. She's not a dumb. Actually, she's one of the very few female rappers that actually writes all of their damn songs. So regardless of what you think of the song, she wrote them. So clearly she's creative, she's articulate, she knows the English language, she knows how to put words together. She's a wordsmith, clearly. You can't be a rapper and dumb, especially when you create your own raps. So yeah. We get the best of the rappers. Y'all get the
and the stereotype like that. Oh, y'all Republicans just bunch of hillbilly, banjo playing. When she came out, when you heard her song, the crowd just erupted.
Fact.
Every one of those hillbilly banjo playing far right, ding ding ding, just started singing her song away. I thought we only knew country songs.
Got that boom 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 boom. I forgot about that song. Super.
Like we had influencers crying, "Oh my God, Nikki! I knew it."
Wait, can I try to find an Xavier clip right quick? Hold on, let me go to.
He's such a genuine soul
Oh
too.
my gosh! Oh man!
But his face,
I was so done. and go ahead.
The woman sitting next to us, sitting next to Megan, she was going out of her mind, and she was a black woman, very very beautiful, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm here by myself because none of my liberal friends want to come, and they're all white, but they not right."
All right, hold on.
I was like, "Damn, like that's a twist." That's not something the left wants you to hear. The black person is the conservative, and all the white people are the liberals.
That's crazy. That right there
sounds like some people I know.
Well,
Oh, there he is.
All right, hold on. Let me.
Part of me is a roach. This is the queen of rhyme.
Not a roach.
Only because I am a Mirage Petty.
All right, the music. When you get monetized, you gotta be wary of music.
Oh yes,
because they will be like it's in the background. It's not even in the foreground of the damn video. So that's Xavier. Really excited. Nicki Minaj was a special guest, and
genuine soul.
I was just like, yo, that's crazy. But now if it was Janet Jackson, I would have lost my mind. But Nicki, I would have clapped. I would have been a little happy. But now if you bring out,
I just love her face. It was so animated, like you could tell. And a lot of musicians, they don't really think before they speak. With her, you can tell there is a deep articulation in how she approached the questions.
Oh yeah.
And it threw me for a loop because I was like, I'm not a Nicki Minaj fan, but I am now. Because she jumped on, she made everybody know that she jumped on
the The
Team
Trump train.
Republican.
The Trump train. I think she's always been here. I just think now she's just saying something about it. Just really. Oh, hold on. I'm opening up the wrong thing. Quit.
Uh-oh.
Quit. All right, there we go. So to Julia, who always comes in here and says the same stupid shit. No one's premiums are going up. Why don't you take your fat miserable ass and read the lower healthcare premium for all Americans Act, HR 6703, and then leave us the hell alone? How about that?
Mhm.
Cool. All right. You know, I always tell somebody miserable ain't getting no dick. So
You know, well, with that little break and pause, if you want to get your own, you know, murder is not healthcare tank top so you can sport it at the gym, go to ajsrantroom.com.
God. Jesus. There was something else I was gonna say and I forgot. But
I don't know. Julia took your space.
So overall, AmeriFest and why do I keep calling it AmeriFest? AMFest was a success, correct?
Yes, very,
And
very, very much successful.
very success, and it was memorable. Favorite moments, great people, great stars, great alignment. You know, no BS. And then you had a couple of protesters there, but nobody cares because they were insignificant to the entire process. But yeah, this is the future of the conservative movement, not Candace Owens, not Tucker Carlson, not that rhetoric, not that stuff. And there was another clip by Tucker Carlson that I didn't get to play on Islam where he had to basically say, no one hates Muslims, Tucker. That's not the issue here. The issue was never about hatred of Muslims. It's about extremists. And when the extremists all happen to come from the same dogma, then yes, they're going to get called out. And then when the people who are in that dogma generally are not calling it out, yeah, we have a problem with that. Same thing with black folks. When you have all this criminality going on and you're not willing to call it out, same thing. Same thing with Jewish people when they don't rule the world, but they rule the world. But you can't say they rule the world. But it's not all. We know it's not all of them. We're clear. But when you don't call out the bad ones, yes, you take the fall with them.
It's wild. I'm Tucker Carlson. I don't hate Muslims. I own a property in Qatar.
Not Qatar. Anyway,
I don't have any sponsors or donors.
So is the Legislative Lounge, your podcast, still a thing?
Yes, we're relaunching it 2026.
All right. Well, we know. But anyway, tell the folks on the replay where you can find where they can find you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So if you want to search for me, you can search me on any platform, Professor_Mike on Instagram, Facebook, and launching in 2026 will be the Professor Mike Show. So be aware of that.
What's that going to be about?
That's going to be me and my reactions to the news and maybe some breakdown of some constitutional things.
Hey,
because 2026 we have a lot of major events coming up, mainly midterms, and historically, statistically speaking, only about 40% of registered voters even participate in the midterm elections. Wow. And so we have 67% of registered voters participating in presidential. It drops to 40 with midterms. It drops to 20 around special elections.
Jeez.
So for us Republicans, it is diversity is not our strength. Unity is our strength. And regardless if we have disagreements on policy, we need to come together and make sure that we elect the correct people, meaning Republicans, because we don't want to revert back to the monstrosity of the Biden administration. We don't want any house in Congress, whether it be the House of Representatives or the Senate, flipping back to blue, because then everything that we did to get Donald Trump elected will be for nothing. The impeachments will start coming back and we'll slowly descend into chaos.
Facts. Amen. Hallelujah. Well, thank you so much, Mike, for rolling in here, even though you committed to it in your sleep and didn't know until you got a text like, what are you talking about? And and still made the commitment and came here. So appreciate it. Thank you for your insight on the ground at
Yes, sir.
At American Fest or AMFest. Is it called AmeriFest?
So it's called America Fest, AMFest for short.
Okay, so I was saying it right. I was like, please don't let me have to say AmFest the whole time. AmFest. Okay, cool. I was like, is it AmeriFest? Is there an
America
AmeriFest?
Fest.
I don't know. Anyway.
It says it right there.
Well, I know it says it right there, but I'm just saying, I know it had, like, there was an accurate, like, no, I know there was, anyway.
It's a shortening, like me.
Anyway. Appreciate you, bro. See you later.
Yes, sir.
on the TikToks, I guess, or something like that. And thank you for your insight and wisdom and your privilege always.
It was an honor being on AJ's platform.
Not the rant experience. Lunchtime rant. All right.
Lunchtime rant, because I would have said rant experience too.
This is not the rant experience, which is every Friday, which we're gonna plug in a moment, which is done for the year. We'll be back in 2026. We'll be back. What is it, January 2nd? Whatever that first Friday is in January, we'll be back. Yes, January 2nd. We'll be back the day after New Year's Day. And so do it like it's your B-Day. Anyway, if you would like to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com, or you can scan that beautiful QR code. You can also drop a super chat there. You can also become a member of the channel, because I'll be dropping some personal content that will be behind a paywall. You motherfuckers don't have to pay for my testimony. Anyway, you could also drop a Cash App at AJsRANT if you would like. And once again, the podcast is called The Rant Experience, and that's every Friday. It's a variety show. It includes politics and uncomfortable conversation, music, nostalgia, some funny stuff, and it always ends on an inspirational note. So it's a nice little variety show, which is basically like 60 minutes in the mind of the chaos that is me. Anyway, I appreciate you so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will catch you, my Yana. Peace.